start with the eyebrow. So lately I just found out that NYX came out with this glue, eyebrow glue right here, and I really liked it since the beginning. So I'll just take a little bit out of this. It doesn't get sticky at all. Take a little bit and flatten my eyebrows. After this, we're gonna put some pomade. I love that it comes with this little spoolie, which makes it easier to flatten out your eyebrows and get all the hair to go in one direction. I think I love my eyebrows like this, so you can see the difference. One is a little bit more upwards and it looks a little bit more fuller. And let me do this one. The goal here is to kind of not have any hair stick out of your eyebrow. Just get it all towards the outer corners, I guess. After this, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. This is in the shade dark brown. I will be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills 7B brush, and I'll just fill my eyebrows in wherever I see that there's some empty spots. And just kind of fill them in there. You don't want to make them too dark. So these are my eyebrows just finished, and we're gonna start with the eye. So for today I will be using the MAC Pro Longwear paint pot, and this is in the color Soft Ochre. One is the P. Louise 7072. Very flat brush, flat thin brush. How this MAC paint pot just feels so moisturizing on your eyelid. And I'm kind of outlining my eyebrow right now. Sometimes it's easier to look straight forward than down into the mirror. And then a little bit more on this side. Same thing on the other side. Sometimes it's easier to do it at once, and sometimes it's easier to do it piece by piece, bit by bit. So just see what is easier for you and what works out for you that day. Blend it out with my Uve Beauty Sponge, making sure there's no creases and blending the outer corners out. If it's easier, you can also use a fluffy brush. Sometimes I love to do that, sometimes it doesn't work for me that day. We all have our days, right? So that is that. Going into the Vanity Makeup Signature palette. This one is the new palette. She just brought it out last month, and I have to say it's so amazing. As you can see, I've already used it quite a bit. There's 6 matte colors and 6 glitter colors in there. Amazing, because sometimes you just want to use the matte during the day, and if you're having a party or you're going out, it's nice to have this glitter in there. So I'm just gonna go into this black color right here, and I'm taking this brush As you can see, it's not fluffy. It kind of goes towards a point almost. And I will be taking a fluffy brush like this one. Can you see the difference between these two? So I'm gonna go into the black color. And then dab it off. So I'm just gonna start, if I look straight forward, a little bit on top of my crease, which is here, but a little bit more on top so I can give the illusion that my eye is a little bit bigger. Same thing on the other side. A little bit more on top. It helps if you look forward while doing your makeup, because sometimes you're closing your eyes or you're looking downward, and as soon as you finish your makeup look, it looks very different than what you imagined. So that helps me when I'm doing my makeup, trying to look a little bit straightforward. The outer corner of my eye towards the point, kind of. Same thing on this side. Ooh, that looks weird. But it's all gonna come together because makeup is a process. After that, I'm going into this orange color right here. It's a little bit of a burnt orange color. It's also a pointy brush. I'm using these pointy brushes because the fluffier you'll go with the brushes, the more the color will spread out. So I'm just gonna go into that burnt orange and starting in the black color. Starting on the line where I put the black, because it has to look blended. So okay, like this. We can always intensify the black after this. I know it looks kind of blended right now into the orange. Then I'm taking this color, I'm taking this fluffy brush right here, and I'm going into that same orange color that I just used. I have a little bit on there. Dab it and hold it at the point, and then go. I'm starting at the end and I'm blending inwards using circular motions. Same thing on this side. I'm holding the brush at the end so I don't put too much pressure. If you put too much pressure on the brush, you're gonna cause the brush to give too much powder in one place, and you don't want that when blending. So, and I'm also blending inwards. Tap the excess powder off your brush, because you don't want to start off with too many powder on your face, too many powder on your eyeshadow, because using too much can be difficult to clean up. You can always add more. I'm gonna go into a concealer to kind of cut the crease right there. I'm using the Rare Beauty concealer, and this is in the color 350C. Because it's a cut crease, I don't want to go in with the glitter with my finger because I might go over the lines. So I'm using the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity, and I'm gonna use the color Gold Standard. And don't look at my palette because it fell, but I want to use this gold color right here. This is how it looks like. Urban Decay Pore Perfecting Primer. Love this primer because it literally make your pores disappear, especially with your foundation. You really want to set out your face first before you apply foundation. And the easiest way to apply primer, just with your hands. Just keep in mind that you don't have to use the same primer everywhere of your face, because some people have different kinds combination skin. Like you can have an oily T-zone and oily under chin, but this area is kind of normal, so you can use a normal one. But main thing is, don't forget to moisturize your face with a really good moisturizer. I've been using the La Mer moisturizer, and I have to say I feel like my face really changed since I used it. Today I will be using Good Apple by Kat Von D foundation. Oh my god, guys, do you see that? Like it really covers, but the way I like to apply this foundation is with a flat brush, and I'll go back in with a beauty blender to blend everything into my skin so it looks like skin. See the difference? Look at this side. Look at this side. Applying it with a brush gives me the chance to go into these smaller areas where normally it's more difficult to apply with the beauty blender. And it smells good. There's no chemical smell to it. It doesn't dry out your skin during the day. I'm happy with this foundation. I've used it now maybe 3 months or more, but it's a really trending foundation, so it kind of gets sold out really fast. Every time I have to order it on Sephora and get it shipped in because they don't have any stock in the store. Okay. A little bit more here. I'm huge on cover for foundations. I always look for the best foundation with the best coverage. Go into my face now with the Uve Beauty Sponge. And just dab it all together. Foundation with the brush makes it easier for me in these areas by the arches of the eyebrows, because sometimes I would go in with a foundation and by accident I would go into my eyebrow and I would have to start all over again with my eyebrow. So applying with a brush is a little bit easier. Now I'm gonna go in with the concealer. This is still the Rare Beauty concealer. A good thing about the eyeshadow palette is also that I don't see fallout and that's with both of the eyeshadow palettes, the Vanity Makeup Cosmetics palette and the Pat McGrath Mothership palette. I don't see any fallouts. Do you? Contouring my face with the Makeup by Mario contour and soft sculpt shaping stick, and this one is the color in the color medium dark. One side has the brush. I've never used this brush. I always blend out with the beauty blender. So contouring here, 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 here. And I'm gonna blend it out now. I've been using this contour stick for a while now, and I have to say it's easy to blend out with the beauty blender, and I really like it. I prefer, sometimes my skin is a little bit more dry, then on those days I'll prefer a contour stick instead of a powder. And in these small areas by the nose where it's a little bit more difficult, that's why I like this Uve Beauty sponge. You can go in with the smaller side, or you can use a brush. So now I will be setting this foundation. I'm gonna be using the Kat Von D translucent powder. I always love to do this. Get all the powder in this lid and then dab out all the excess powder because I'm not gonna bake. I found that baking didn't work out for me anymore. It became too cakey on my face. This is a little bit more lighter, and it saves you a lot of product too. Baking is so much work and so much product and waiting of the powder on your face. Ugh. And now I'm gonna brush off the excess powder off my face. I'm going in circular motions. I'm gonna go in with the burnt orange color under my eye. Going in with the black color. Not all the way, just till halfway of the eye. Now here's a little trick. If you guys don't like to have the eye pencil in your waterline, you can always go in with eyeshadow primer into your waterline and apply it with a brush. You go like this. This way you don't have to use a sharp pencil in your eye, and it's less scary. The eyeshadow base kind of brightens up your under eye without poking with a sharp pencil in your eye. Just make sure that you're not allergic and your eyes don't start running. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the Better Than Sex mascara. Apply it on the upper lashes. And on the bottom lashes. Going in with the Joyer Passion Blush Duo, and I'll be using this blush right here. It kind of looks like the colors in my dress. Using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Iced Out Highlighter. It's from the Balm, and it's called Thoughtful. I will be using the Pat McGrath lip liner, and this one is in the color Buff. So this is the final look that I created with these two palettes today. Definitely I have to say they're my two favorite palettes for now. I've been using them a lot. It's a mess in there. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, please go ahead, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, and you can always reach out to me. There's my Instagram, my TikTok. You can reach out to me wherever you want, and I'll see you guys in my next video.